Is cash really king? That's what we're going to talk about today. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. A very simple video to discuss. And essentially, I've heard this term being used over and over through a lot of the books that I've read, throughout the reading all over the internet and everything, that cash is king. And I think it's important to understand what cash really is. A lot of people don't really know the history and know where it comes from, but I want to talk about this today. Now, if you look at cash as an investment, you've made a big mistake. When I look at cash, I think of it as being, and this is, by the way, digital or paper money. When we look at cash, we need to understand that this is currency. This is meant to be flowing constantly, exchanging hands. The faster, the better. That's the way the monetary system works. But you look at what people do, and they store their currency in the bank, they put it under their mattress, and they keep it because they want to hold it as savings. And I think that's such a big mistake. When you hold on to cash, you know that at a certain point it will have less value. Over 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, it's always going to have less value. So you need to remember what you're holding cash for. Yes, you need some money in the bank. You have to buy your groceries. You have to pay for this and that. It's very, very necessary to have in today's day and age. But you don't want to keep it as savings. That's a big mistake. Now, if there's a crisis scenario, cash could be very valuable for a short period of time. But if we encounter a hyperinflation, that cash is worthless. So be very careful how much cash that you keep. A lot of people ask me about alternative currencies. Should we be collecting the Swiss franc? What about, this or that currency? And I think that they're all essentially the same. And we shouldn't be holding on to currencies because all central banks are willing to devalue theirs. And we saw this with the Swiss National Bank, how they basically said our currency is too valuable right now. Many countries are starting to buy it up. Investors are starting to buy it up. So they started printing to 120 to the euro. They said we will weaken our currency to make sure that it does not go beyond $1 or 120 to the euro. So that right there shows us that they are not willing to have strong currencies. Maybe it'll be stronger than other currencies, but still. And it's not as liquid as we would hope. If you would have to then go to an exchange place, maybe the spread in between what you bought it for, what you want to sell it for, it's not a good thing, okay? So be very careful about the cash that you hold. You want real assets. Real assets are so important more now than ever before because we can see it happening. In previous instances, recessions and so on, it wasn't as available, all this information that we have today, but we're watching it and we're tracking it in slow motion. So be very careful what's happening when you keep cash. I think that real assets are going to be very beneficial for you. What does that mean? Well, we're talking about everything real, like precious metals. We're looking at real estate. We're looking at land. We're looking at farmland. We're looking at anything that you can touch and hold. Some of these give you passive income, like real estate. It's incredible in that way. But something like land is very valuable because, as you know, they're not making any more of it. But it's going to be a thing that, you need to know about. You can't just buy something, not know anything, and hope that it will rise one day. That's why I like the real estate, because at least you're making income. You don't have to worry about appreciation. But when I think of land, I don't think of it like, well, I'm buying it today for, let's just say $100, and tomorrow it might be worth $200. To me, that's not wise. I think of it like a bank account. I think of it like preserving wealth. Okay, so these are the things that I just wanted to bring up to you. I hope you found it informative. I'm going to end it there. I have no power in my house right now, so I'm doing this video from my iPhone on my chair that apparently is creaking like hell right now, but that's okay. And I just wanted to say thank you all for your support. It really, truly means a lot to me, and I'm just really thankful for all of you. Take care.